Welcome to 8 Minutes of Etiquette. I am your etiquette consultant, Lorenza Saucer, owner and founder of Redefining You School of Etiquette, located in Dayton, Ohio. Please be sure to press the subscribe button so that you know exactly when these etiquette videos are uploaded and become part of the etiquette community. So today's video, we're going to discuss the topic of chivalry. Gentlemen, I need you to pull up a chair. Ladies, you want to make sure you're paying attention as well. So yeah, you know what to expect. But gentlemen specifically, I'm going to take you start to finish of how you as a gentleman can plan a date and show chivalrous behavior. So let's look up the term chivalry. Where did it start? Chivalry actually came from a code of conduct or ethics or behavior that was expected from medieval knights during that time. Hence, women wanting a knight in shining armor. Today, modern dictionaries define it as being very polite, kind, and honest, usually men towards women. So that is the opening up the car doors, offering your woman a jacket, walking on the outside. All of those things are chivalrous behavior. So let's go into this a little bit further. You have somebody in mind and you want to take this person out on a date. Let me help you from start to finish on how you can demonstrate chivalry and gentleman-like behavior. So my first tip for you is to get at least 3 dates in mind that you are available. Once you have those 3 dates in mind, you must plan the date from start to finish. 2 words that you're going to hear in almost every video of mine is preparation and intentionality. Those 2 words, those 2 practices go a long way in etiquette. Remember, etiquette is demonstrating respectful behavior towards others as well as yourself. It is being kind, polite, intentional, making sure that you're not being offensive or rude to anyone else or to yourself. So that way you can enjoy your experience in no matter what environment or atmosphere you are in, because you are demonstrating the proper etiquette for that environment. Those 2 practices you're going to hear over and over again from me, so you already know. At the top of your list, when you are planning to do anything, make sure you are preparing and that you're being intentional. Why? Because it requires for you to put in your thought and to be thoughtful. And people can always sense when you're genuine and when you're thoughtful. It goes a long way. So once you have those 3 dates in mind that you can present to your date, if she is not available for your initial date that you have in mind, hopefully the second date she will be available and that you don't have to keep going back and forth over different dates. Once you have your date, know your date interest. If the person that you're going to date is fond of fine dining, that is the kind of date that you would like to plan. But everybody doesn't like that. So if you have someone that is more into sports, then plan a date around sports. Take her to a sporting event or anything that involves sports. So make sure that you're doing what your date likes. For this video, use the example of going to a restaurant. You must have the reservations already set for that date. And if that date that you guys have planned, of course, you have to do some adjustments. But please do not try to go out on a whim and be spontaneous. Please set a reservation. If you plan to take your date a gift, please be sure that the gift does not require her to do any work. So say you want to give her a bouquet of flowers. Be sure that the bouquet of flowers already come in a vase so that you can hand it over to her and that she can take it and put it somewhere that she desires. She shouldn't have to prepare and put it in the vase. A gift for someone should not require them to do any work. That takes away the excitement from receiving the gift. believe it or not. I know you may be thinking, oh my gosh, all of these little details, but trust me, stick with me and I'm going to help you along the way. You have now arrived at your date's home. You're not going to call or text or honk the horn. Meet your date at the door and escort her to your car. So when you're riding in the car, ask your date, what music does she like to listen to? If she likes to listen to music, and then put the genre of music on. Play it at a level in which you two can still hold a conversation. You don't want it blaring. That is very uncomfortable. If you've made an agreement to meet at the restaurant because maybe she's just not comfortable with you knowing where she lives, and you should be okay with that. Try to park in the same area so you can open up her door if she haven't exited already. Open up the door when you get into the restaurant, pull her chair out for her. One thing I forgot to mention, see if the restaurant has its menu online. That way you can get a head start of maybe what you would like to consume during a date. And then you can also give her some suggestions, even if you've never been to this restaurant. Again, you can ask her, what do you like? And she may say, I like salmon. Well, look, they have this salmon XYZ. Again, she's going to notice that preparation and that intentionality. Remember, those are two key words. So now you've arrived at the restaurant, you've seated your date. It's time to be a conversationalist. Split the conversation 50-50. You don't want to be the only one talking, nor do you want to only talk about yourself. Ask your date, what are your interests? What are your goals? What are your desires? What are some of your favorite things, your favorite places? Those type of things. And actively listen when she is talking. Put that cell phone away and engage in conversation, making eye contact with your date, giving her the body language that you are listening. And don't just listen to respond, truly listen. Avoid conversation about politics, religion, income, past dates, and romantic relationships and gossip. Avoid that. Keep the conversation light, airy, friendly, and fun. Enjoy and have a good time. At the end of the day, thank her for accepting your invitation and expressing how you've had a good time and that you would love to do this again. If she drove separately, walk her to her car, contact her to make sure that she arrived home safely. Otherwise, you would want to return her back home safely, walk her to the door, and the next day, follow up with a call, a text saying, I appreciate you taking the time out to go out with me on yesterday. I would love for us to do this again, and then allow her to respond, and then you can go forward into making future dates. Thank you for joining me for 8 minutes of etiquette, where you can learn etiquette on the go. Again, subscribe so that you can become a part of this etiquette community. I love to hear your feedback and your comments, or if you like for me to discuss a certain topic of etiquette, please leave it in the comments and I'll be sure to provide you with more. Thanks again.